Today we're going to level 50 in Puzzle Rush Survival. I'm going to explain every move sprinkled throughout, and also at the end I'll go over some learning techniques and things like this. So hang around. You'll realize that it's not as hard as you think to solve these puzzles all the way past like 3000 level. They're doable. They take a bit. They hurt your head the higher you get up, but you know the first 40 are pretty easy if you follow what I'm going to teach you. I'll tell you all the patterns you need to learn and the best ways to learn them. Let's get started. 3, 2, 1. I'm just going to explain this one time because I know most of you guys know this, but just in case it's someone new, this one is called back rank checkmate. And there's going to be a lot of these. So, and you know what I mean? This is your rank. So that's why it's back rank. So just mate in one. Similar back rank styles. This king's creating the back rank, kind of like the pawn chain. We do that and they're going to block. Back rank again. You might think these are kind of pointless. I mean, at the start, you actually, especially under 1000, you do win by back rank a lot. So that's the first thing you should stop hanging. Sometimes you can win pieces. So I actually won $500 from winning a piece because of back rank threats. So usually you use the threat of back rank to win pieces. All right, so back rank again. Queen comes up. Back rank again. I'll just fly through these really fast. Back rank again. This one's just smothered, mate. King stuck in the corner. Pieces are trying to help, but fortunately they're not doing a good job. So besides back rank checkmates between 1 to 20, we're also just looking for checkmate in 1 usually. The way I kind of do it, I literally look with my eyes. I glance from starting at the blue section. I look from here to here to here to here in, half a second, and my brain automatically gravitates towards the answer. I'm not dogmatically looking for checks, captures, and threats. I'm not kind of zoned in, especially here first, because usually it's a back rank checkmate or a checkmate in 1. So usually just glancing here to here, I'll already find the answer. So within a split second, I already know what it is. Sorry for that long explanation. Just thought I'd help you guys, especially the 3 to 5 minute puzzle rush. That's how you find it instantly. You got to learn the patterns first, and then you can do it. So yeah, so I went like this, and obviously checkmate in 1, supported by the knight. Again, I've just glanced and noticed that I've got checkmate in 1 here, supported by the rook. And back rank. But the bishop blocks. So we just start building upon the back rank. So we do the back rank first, we pin the bishop, force him out of the way, back rank. So instead of back rank in 1, it's like back rank in 2. Immediately I see the king's kind of in the middle. So that tells me we're probably going for checkmate. So we can go check here. All he can do is go up. And then we can slide over here, checkmate in 2. Check. Oh, didn't show it, but it's checkmate in 2. You should see straight away. Queen and helper mate. Just basic mating pattern still. Another back rank. This is a fun one. So you can see that the queen's x-raying the king. So we just got to get this guy out of the way. It's going to be check. He's almost checkmate in 1, but he's got this square to go to. And then we're going to come up here and do another queen and helper mate. So instead of queen helper mate, instead of queen and helper mate in 1, queen and helper mate in 2. They just kind of build upon each other, you know? You should see this automatically. If you don't, just pay attention to this one. We're just doing back rank in 2, but we got to force the king to the side and then sacrifice the queen. This is very common. Yep, just checkmate in 1, supported by the rook. This pattern you get a lot, so make sure you drill this one in your brain. Just checkmate over here. It's kind of like a back rank, but instead the bishop and the pawn are helping you out. And this is a simple exercise in removing the piece defender. So you can see that there's contact between pieces. So a lot of the time, this is how you find the tactics. You can see these two are in contact. So then you got 2 candidate moves. Either you take the piece and see what happens. So they take back, and you'll find that you win in the rook. But you can also try and take this way and remove the piece defending the queen. But this doesn't work because they take this way first, and then you don't have time to capture this because they're taking with check. So it's pretty obvious that you take with the queen first. And after the recapture, it's just you remove the piece defender and you capture the rook. This one tries to trick you thinking there's going to be some sort of back rank. Don't blunder your queen in 1. So again, X-ray is a tactic where you look at where all your pieces are X-raying, just like you've broken your arm. You're looking through, this is your cast, and you can see that the rook is making contact with the queen. So with that in mind, we can take this queen because we're defended by the rook and we're going to be up the exchange, easily winning. So this one's pretty easy, but you need to just make sure you get the correct order. As you get a bit higher, sometimes they just try and trick you. So there's two options here. Either we give the check first to force them to block, and then we give checkmate over here, or we give the check here, which looks nice. King goes down, and then we check. But the difference is, like, this guy can run away now, and he can hit our queen. So that tells me that you want to give the check first, force the rook to block, and then essentially we built another back rank mate. Yeah, so I'm looking at this king in the middle. There's not really a lot of options, so it's kind of easy to find. You know, you can't go here because the bishop takes you, right? So your eyes kind of glance toward this check, and then it's just a simple calculation. You go here, king goes down, and then in this position you can see that the queen is covering all the squares, so you just need to find a check to win, and the checks in that position is just the bishop. So we come in, we give the check, king goes down, check over there. All right, so we got to level 20 pretty quickly, and there's not that much difference between level 20 and 30. Just more, you got to know your mating patterns. You got to know your Anastasia's mates. You got to kind of look for basic tactic patterns like trapping queens. Instead of checkmate in 1, you're looking for checkmate in 2, sometimes checkmate in 3. But 20 to 30 is not very challenging either. So this one actually took me a little bit here. Yeah, okay. So I'm noticing that this queen's kind of restricted because you're kind of looking, first glance, I was looking at this, but it doesn't really do much. It's kind of defended twice. But then as soon as you kind of glance over here, you see that this queen's got literally like no squares. Your eye goes towards this, hitting the queen. Where can it go? Literally can't go here, here, or here because of the knight. Can't go here because of this knight. Can't go here because the bishop. Can't go here because of this knight we just placed. So can't go here because you dropped the queen in 1. So it's pretty easy to see when you play a knight here, hit the queen, they go up. So you just need to find a move in that position. So what hits the queen there? That's of lesser value than our own queen. The knight. So now we hit the queen again. And in this position, if you picture your 2 knights here, this guy's covering all the squares. He's just trapped. So I'm going to lock that one in. Hits the queen. Oh, okay. So they throw the queen away for the rook. Fair enough, because the computer knew they were going to lose it eventually. But we're just going to recapture. No worries. Yeah, so first glance, you can see there's a pawn missing here, right? So that kind of gives you an indicator you're probably going over that way. So first thing is you look for the check here, but then, oh, you're going to lose to the bishop. So you got to come up with a more creative resource. You've got this other bishop here. You can sack it. They have to take because this bishop's scope prevents it from doing anything else. So bishop takes, queen comes in with check, and it's just going to be checkmate there because the bishop's working well. So we take this here and checkmate. After, yeah. So this is kind of like an opera mate, but usually it's the rook instead of the queen from the famous Paul Morphy game. Well, I mean, this one, yeah, you can just, it's like, you got all these pawns, you got a king in the middle. So obviously it's either this or this. You just got to be precise. So this may work eventually, but it just takes longer. So this is precise because it's checkmate in 1, right? Whereas here takes. So we're going to go checkmate in 1. Checkmate in 1's always better. Yeah, so first I'm just looking at all the contacts between pieces. Noticing these 2 guys are connected. I'm noticing we've got a knight fork in the works. I'm just going to take this guy first. They're going to recapture the down the piece. Then we can fork. We just win material, right? And I do a quick double check, make sure there's no checkmate, but I can't see us checkmating here, so I'm going to take and just get the free rook, right? They try one last attempt to promote, but I'm just going to stop that with my rook. Yeah, so obviously this king's very stuck here. He's literally got only 1 square. So we just need to take away that square and give a check. So pretty easy. You can come in and do sort of like a double bishop checkmate over here. This looks nice at first, but obviously the bishop can go backwards. So don't blunder that. You're not getting the queen for the rook and the knight. So we've got to look for other moves. I'm noticing that this is very weak along the light squares. So you've got this queen check here. And there's not really anything you can do about it. So you give the check here. He can't escape because of the knight, right? So check literally throws away a bishop. We take it and GG's. And takes checkmate. I mean, you can see all this space around the king over here, right? So obviously we're going to come to this side. I mean, there's a check there. That looks really nice. King's going to go over. We can give another check. King has to go over again. And then we've got a nice little checkmate here. I'm just double checking to make sure there's not something quicker. I think we're all good. They're going to throw away the knight first, probably. No? Okay, not today. Check. We do this nice checkmate here. I mean, this one's not easy at first glance. You're noticing, like, maybe we've got tricks along the back rank, but I think it's just simpler than that. And people fail because they probably go for this or something like that. But I'm just looking at the free knight over here. And not only the free knight, we're threatening checkmate in one because of the rook, so they can't escape. Just double checking they don't have any tricks. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty unstoppable, right? Yep. I think a lot of people get this wrong because they put their queen here and they just blunder it, thinking they get a free rook. I didn't get this one immediately like the others, so I'll have a little think here. You obviously got to be careful because they're threatening mate in one, right? That should tell you immediately it's forcing. Forcing meaning every move has to be a check or you lose the game. So, forcing moves, go through all your checks. Bad, lose a queen. Not bad. Maybe he'll run away. This looks alright because right now that would be mate in one, but obviously the king's going to move. So, pretty sure it's this check. He goes over. I don't think I want to draw, but I'm pretty sure it's this. Yeah, so this is just a build up of all the back ranks we've done and x-rays we've done. So you combine the x-ray tactic, the rook is x-raying this way, with the back rank tactics. Back rank, but they're going to block, right? So then you just need to calculate that check, rook takes, and we block this way. Let's go over. And then we x-ray back rank, and then we actually back rank. Nice one. Yeah, so this one we've got an unstoppable Arabian mate. The way I found this instantly is I've just trained these on the free lead chess mating patterns. In the corners, Arabian mate, not to be confused with Anastasia's mate. That's when your knight's here, protecting like this. So Arabian mate when it's in the corner. I've done enough of these that I know automatically. How do we set this up? Well, actually, it's not super obvious. Do we go here or here? Both threaten the Arabian mate, right? But clearly, this way works better because if you go this way, they can escape the corner. Oh, not like that. They're not a knight. They can escape the corner. So, process of elimination. We come up here. Next turn, we would have done the Arabian mate in the corner. Okay, so I can see the queens are in contact. I can see the king looks like he wants to be checkmated. So, my intuition tells me we're either going to win a queen or a checkmate. I'm also noticing these two are in contact. If we trade the queens off, we get a free piece. So that's making me want to count material. We're down two pieces. So I can rule that move out because we'd be still down a piece. It's actually quite simple. We're just given the check here. They literally have no squares because the pawn takes this away and the bishop takes this away. So it forces them to block with the queen, and then we can recapture with our queen. So check. And checkmate. 32, not bad. I mean, this one's, yeah. Just make sure you're not blundering the way the pawns are going. They're going this way, right? Down towards number one. It's just mate in the corner. I mean, it's kind of funny that that's 32. Wow, 34. This is way. This one's not very hard. Just we're coming up here with check, right? King's cut off. Maybe I know what happens here. This is why this is high up. Is just people blunder this. They go check, and then they think it's like your normal king goes to the side thing, but you're just losing your pieces, and they've got a runaway square, right? So that's probably why it's so high up. We're just giving the checkmate in one over here. I mean, you immediately drag your attention to this, that you've got a discovered check. So when you move your knight anywhere, you can get a double check here, for example, meaning the king has to move somewhere. So that's immediately caught my attention. Also noticing there's a back rank kind of deal over here. Which one works, you know? I like this because it's a double check, meaning the king has to move. So it's easy to calculate that forcing move first. So if we give the check, I mean, if they move here, we've got another check, right? We're at least winning the rook if they move here. Literally checkmate here, right? If they go that way, it's checkmate in one. Okay, easy. So now we just need to double check our lines because we're getting a bit higher up. Don't want to get one wrong this early. I'd rather save my lives for like level 40 or 50. Take here, check. So if they go here somewhere, We just move it. Yeah, I'm happy enough. Oh, okay. We got two queens here, rook here. This one's pinned though, so obviously can't move your rook, but you can still use him. I think a lot of people just do this and blunder their queen. It's just checkmate, checkmate in one, right? Crazy that it's still checkmate in one's this high up, but yeah, I mean, queen comes over here, defended by the pinned rook. Checkmate in one. Happy days. All right, 36. Might have to start thinking soon. Usually around 40 to 45 is when it's not automatic. For me, some people it's still automatic. And above 50, I take quite a bit of time. I do not solve them instantly. If you keep hanging around, I'll explain a bunch of learning techniques and the best way to get these patterns in your head. Yeah, I'm noticing this check. I'm noticing our rook can come up here at once as well. I'm noticing I've got to be careful because this knight and kind of queen combo. So it tells me it's got to be, I'd say, forcing. So checks. And I really don't have many checks here. Immediately tells me that the first move should be this. And if this was a 3-minute puzzle rush, I'd just play it instantly. I want to take my time here. I want to check. We're almost at 2,000 elo puzzles, so I'll double. Check. Check. Okay, so if they go to the back rank, so let's try and eliminate all these three at once if we can. We give the check. Well, I mean, if he's here, it's just checkmate in one. So let's say here or here after we played this, right? Check. And if they block this way, oh, obviously he can't go here because our queen's here, right? So we've just got one move here. And I mean, that one's pretty easy to discount because check, blocks, checkmate. Okay, so any way at the back, GG's. So you just got to calculate. Here, what do we play? Knowing that's going to be forcing. I'm liking this. Again, we're kind of setting up an Arabian mate in the corner with the queen. So let's calculate. Check, over, check, rook takes. Now we come in with our rook. Check. And if they go to the back, it's checkmate. It's kind of easy because it's pretty straightforward. So check. Okay, went to the side. So that is like the more testing line. So I'm glad they played that because otherwise I was just wasting my time. We get the check here. They take. And we calculated rook up. They throw away a free knight. They throw away a free rook. And then they don't even let us checkmate. Very rude. I struggle with this one a little bit. I thought it was an exercise in calculation. But the way you find this one a lot quicker is just looking for undefended pieces. And I noticed that this one's undefended, right? So how do I pick that up? Well, there's a queen fork, but the knight takes, right? So you just got to get rid of we call this removing the square defender. So this is defending the square in particular. So similar to remove mate defender, remove piece defender. This guy's defending the square. We just get rid of him. And then even if he takes back with the queen, we still got the check here, right? And we're going to be up the piece because it's equal material right now. So that's going to be enough. So yeah, it just takes. And then we come in with the fork and we pick up the bishop. Nice. Okay, I'm amazed this one's at 38. Something tells me there must be a trick, but I don't see one. Yeah, I think I just go with my gut. Check. If they go away, it's back rank mate. Check. If they take, we come in with check here. They have to block. And then it looks like there's two answers actually. So you can either take this way or this way. But yeah, I mean, that's got to be it, right? So check. Takes. Back rank. I like this a bit more because check. Then we just got to decide if we go down or up. I'd say up. Yeah, so takes, check, up, down, the queen, queen. And then we can come over here with check. The difference is now that the queen's here, right? King's here. So they need to step in front of the queen. Check. Problem is they can step here, right? I think it is that though. Let's go this way. Now we just need to make a pretty big decision here. Here or here? Here. Check. Here. Okay, that's completely winning. So here. Here. Push. Check. Here. push. Queen. Queen. Check. Gotta go down here, I reckon. Now the difference is he's gonna get checkmated here. So now we can go, and then we don't go here. Check there, check. We're in trouble. So obviously we've got to go up. Now we get our queen. Don't promote to knight there. You're gonna lose. 40. Made it to 40. Let's keep going, eh? Maybe we can get to 50. I mean, I'm seeing this instantly. We get bishop, rook, and queen for a queen and a knight. So in that position, we'll be up a rook. I think it's just this. Check. We pick up the queen. Happy days. That was an easy one for 40. 41. What now? All right. Well, I'm immediately seeing that we've got this kind of fork here, right? But at the same time, our knight drops, which we don't really want. If we take this way, they take our knight. But in that position, if you calculate a little bit further, we fork them again. So we're going to be up the exchange, yeah? Pawns are equal, so I think the exchange winning. Yep, I'm happy with that. Takes first. Fork the rooks. Win the rook. Not going to lie, this one took me a little bit. And the first moves I found easy. So check. King here. But then I literally could not figure out how I'm checkmating. Because we go down, they go up, we repeat. So check here. I tried sacrificing the rook, but it's not enough. But what helped me find the last piece of the puzzle is two things. One, pattern recognition. And two, my king is not in immediate danger. So this tells me that it doesn't have to be forcing. So I don't need to do a check every move. And the combination of this knowledge and checkmating patterns helped me solve this one. I realized that check here, that if my bishop's here, I can play an opera mate. Right? And can they stop it? So that's the next thing. Check here. When I go here, can they stop it? They can take my knight. Still opera mate. I cannot see a way they can stop forced opera mate. So a bit tricky this one. So check there. Just realizing we've got that one free tempo. Awesome. Opera mate. Nice. Whereas this one, mate in one, right? So everything's going to be forcing, or we're going to take away this bishop. Seems a bit crazy right now, but that could be the solution. Blunder, because mate in one. Blunder, because mate in one. So I'm liking the idea of just this. It would be takes, rook, because we're trying to hang on to the queen. Now if they take, we're going to be up the full rook. But what else do they have? So takes, rook. What if queen back? I mean, we could just take the queen now. Takes, queen. Rook takes, rook. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I could be missing something here. I don't care if I get this wrong. I think I'm happy. Beautiful. So not queen, because that's just losing. So rook first. Okay, he takes that way. Now, you got to be careful at this level not to just instantly, oh yeah, just recapture. Because again, you ain't winning that one. So you got to take this one with check first. Now you pick up your queen, your full rook up. Easy. First thing I'm noticing is this king's very weak. I'm noticing we've got a discovered attack on the queen. It might be that simple, to be honest. I think it's just that simple. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, yeah. Luckily, gotta be careful. Knight's protecting backwards, luckily. Yeah, it's gotta be this. Yeah, I miss pawn takes here. So I don't like bishop takes because then queen takes. My knight's hanging at the same time as theirs. So then like takes. It's not clean, you know? So kind of like this because then two pieces are hanging still, right? Yeah, I think we just take with the queen, yeah? Whew. And then now this guy's still hanging, so we can just trade off the queens here, I'm pretty sure. So we can take, and then they got no tricks. We're good. So takes, happy days. 45, nice. Two things I'm looking at. One, we got this check, and then kind of like bishop sacrifice and stuff over here, but we don't have like a rook or a queen close enough. So then I'm just like, this guy's almost out of squares. So it could be like a queen trap. I'm going to go with the forcing one first. Okay. Now that I've forced the king over here, it's making things a bit clearer. I kind of want to... The problem I have is if I like move this knight, well, first off, they could just trade everything. But secondly, they come in here, take my bishop with check, and I don't know, that just looks wrong and kind of annoying. And I feel like there's some sort of mating pattern here. Like if I get this knight out of the way, my queen comes here after I like sacrifice a bishop over this way. So I'm really liking this move. And he can't take my bishop anymore because my knight's there. So bishop here, I just need to figure out where he moves to. Say here. Check. This looks like an Anastasia's mate pattern because I've got the knight set up here, right? So let me just do this one more time. So check, let's say here. Sacrifice, check, there. Oh, I can't move the knight because it's pinned. Huh. So how do I finish that off? It's got to be that though. Yeah, it's got to be. Okay, well it makes it easy for me because he just takes here, right? So now I can just take the queen. So he's wrecked my fun, but that's okay. I'll take the free queen. Alright, that one made my head hurt a little bit. 46. Okay. Not gonna lie, I'm getting a bit tired now. You know, I'm not a master, so I've got my limits. Working my brain pretty hard here. So this threatens mate in one. Well, mate in one, right? Can they stop it? And I think the answer might be yes, because they've got this annoying knight check. Oh, interesting. If I take, I'm in a lot of trouble. But hang on. So, mate in one, check. What if I go here with my king? There's no other annoying knight check. There's no immediate queen check. Like they can take me, but I take them, right? And then that's just completely winning. Yeah, I think it's that simple. Yeah, I'm not going to think too much harder. I've used all my resources in the last one. I'm getting a bit lazy here. Yep. And this is the move I got to find. King g6. Got him. Okay. Obviously take the queen. Happy days. Every fiber in my body just wants to sacrifice this rook. Takes. And I've got this cheeky move. Because the knight's pinned. I mean, it's probably wrong, but sometimes I just trust my gut. Like, I could sit here another 10 minutes, but if this was a real game, I gotta go. So I'm just gonna go. Rook takes. Wow. Intuition. How good. Okay. And then my intuition was telling me knight takes. Because this guy's pinned. But I do have a little bit of time here. No, let's go knight takes. Okay. And this is a bit I was struggling because there's so many queen moves. This is the bit that I didn't quite understand what I'm supposed to be doing. Takes, takes. Am I just opening up their king? Is that the whole idea? I just want to open the king up. Takes. I have to take this way. Trust my intuition a third time. Wow. Jeez. Yeah, that was tough. I usually don't like relying solely on intuition, but otherwise I'd be here all day, you know? And that's something I'll have a look at afterwards. I mean, literally a free rook. That seems too easy for 48. I feel like they're tricking me. They like to do that. I think first move is definitely queen a1. So I'll start with that. Now it's time to decide, take the rook or come in with the knight check. And it is not easy at all to decide. But actually, it is because here they can sacrifice the queen. Because if I take back, my queen's also hanging, right? So I've got to take the queen. Then, yeah, because he takes. I'm busted. Yeah, I think I just pick up the rook. That's crazy though. I don't think I'd ever play this. And then here you just got to find that bishop takes, obviously. Wow. Let's ignore the fact like our king's in the middle and go for checkmate. That was go for a rook. I mean, whoa. Wow, this is 49. Am I missing an easy check? Okay, if takes, we win the game. Just check back checkmate. Okay, that's too easy. What's the trick? What's the trick here, guys? It might just literally be queen here. And then if they trade everything. I mean, just stop the exchange, yeah? Yeah, I think the trick is they want you to do this and then like not calculate correctly. And then now that's losing. Here, don't main one. They can't do anything about it because they're out of the way. It's checkmate. So here, I need to take here, and then it's we're up 2 pawns as well. So we're at the exchange in 2 pawns. That's completely winning. Yeah, okay. I think it's just queen across. I'm happy. Yep. And we just come back and we're at the exchange in 2 pawns. Wow, 50. Okay. So this is going to be your bread and butter. This is how you get your 5 and 3 minute puzzle rush up really quickly. And also, puzzle rush survival, you can get to 40, 45, 50 a lot easier. Without this, it's very difficult. So first off, you just got to learn all the checkmating patterns. A lot of the puzzles are just checkmating patterns, or in 3 or 4 moves, there'll be a checkmating pattern. And if you don't know it, it's just bloody hard, to be honest. So what you can do is you can come in here and you should be start with the first one, checkmate patterns 1. And first up, you obviously back rank mate. I mean, this one you don't have to study, but you can look at it once. But doing puzzle rushes, you'll learn this, right? So, and then next up, hook mate. Learn the hook mate pattern, right? It's this one where it's kind of like the knight's fishing. Hook mate. And then they get harder and harder. And eventually, you got to do your hook mate like this. Hook mate. And then again, we'll go to the next difficulty. But without knowing what a hook mate is, you'll never find this one that you got to sack your queen to then give the check, then come with the hook mate. So Puzzle Rush Survival is all about this. So what you should be doing, go through all of these and then go to the next one. Oh, so where am I? I'm in learn practice. So I did learn practice and it brought me to this page where I'm at now. Do check my patterns 1, do check my patterns 2, do check my patterns 3, check my patterns 4. Get these 4 done. Don't just do it once, and actually try and solve it. So use generative learning. You should solve the puzzle first, otherwise you're never going to get it in your long-term memory. You're just wasting your time. So try and solve it first. If you get it wrong, try and figure out why you got it wrong. Solve all 4. Come back after a bit, do them again, get them in your long-term memory. And then that way, also, when you're doing your puzzle rushes, whenever you get a checkmate, like, hookmate, make sure you say what it is. Hookmate. Okay. And then it's just going to help your pattern recognition so much more, right? So you'll know the name, you'll see it, you'll practice it over and over again. Perfect. Okay. That's the most important thing. And then obviously you got to learn all your tactics. So even Lichess here you can do as well. But I think instead of just doing puzzles mindlessly and randomly, I think it really does pay. You probably know what a pin, skewer, fork is, but go through all of these in Lichess. It's free. Keep going down. You should know what every one of these are. And again, they get harder and harder and harder and harder and harder. And all of this comes very important in your puzzle rush. So learn the name of it. So then that when you do your puzzle rushes, you can say it. And then just doing a lot of puzzle rushes after that, you get your pattern recognition in. Lastly, also above 40, you really got to get your calculation better, right? So calculation, how do you get better at calculation? Well, doing harder puzzles always helps. Not being lazy. So a big part of it is just not being lazy. And this will come down to being tired too. So you need the puzzles automatically. like learning those patterns, getting that pattern recognition in automatically, like I just showed you with Lichess or whatever puzzle software you use or book. Especially at the low end, you just got to do heaps of made in one puzzles. So go to Lichess, go to chess.com, go custom, go made in one puzzles. Just do heaps of them, especially when you're first starting out. Because I mean, that's the first 20 is back rank made in one puzzles and some basic tactics or undefended pieces and things like this. Thanks for coming along and sticking with me all the way to the end. If you're still here, yeah, thanks very much. I appreciate you supporting my channel. Please subscribe if you haven't already, guys. I'm trying to get YouTube's making money off me. They put ads on my videos, but I don't make any money off it. Not that I'm making much, probably make a few cents, but you know, it's my few cents. Shouldn't be going to YouTube, you know. So make sure you subscribe so we can get to that 1,000, so the ad revenue goes to me instead of them. Yeah, please just keep watching the videos all the way through like you've done now. Really appreciate it. Hit like, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, legends.